Hey everybody, it's the Keto Baron, and I'm back here after the 4th of July. Now, the 4th of July, probably my favorite holiday. I love liberty, I love freedom, I love this country. I love enjoying it, and I love enjoying it outdoors at barbecues and things like that. And so I had a few days and went to a bunch of parties with friends and really enjoyed myself. I didn't count my carbs or track any of that. I was still pretty good, but I got to get back on it. And I figured I need to get back to be diligent and to get back to the basics of what made me successful. And I thought it was a good time to do it with everybody here. I get a lot of questions about starting the keto diet or how to or what to do it. It's real simple. Just don't eat carbs. Everybody tries to overcomplicate this or confuse it. And when I say don't eat carbs, there's a couple of tools to help you do that. And one of those is Carb Manager. So what we're going to do is follow along on my diet with Carb Manager. I would suggest you do the same thing. I'm going to share some tips, things that I've found that I really like. And we're going to go through that together here over the coming weeks. And we're going to kind of see my successes and failures there, all on the Carb Manager, which I'll post as I post what I ate. I have a good example day of a Monday from last week. I have a couple others. And what I want to do is I want to chronicle my weight, my blood sugar, the steps I take, the calories that I took for that day, all those type of factors, and kind of see the change and hopefully go along with you with changes in your own life. Now, we're at different points of our keto journey. It might be the first time, or you might have tried and failed before, or you might be just looking for something new and different. So this is a journey that we're going to go on together, and while we're at different stages and we will have different results, due to that, the process will be the same. And the reason why this is so important, I want to say right at the outset, is because we want to know what we're putting in our body. If we know what we're putting in our body, we have a better idea and handle of what to do and really understand our diet and the things that are going inside of us. If we're left to our own devices and we're kind of guessing, I remember what I was like, and I've talked to a lot of people. We don't have an idea of what we're putting in our body. So this is going to help, and I hear a lot of different explanations or things that people think that they're doing healthy. Well, this puts it right in front of you. And this lets you know, if you're logging correctly. Now, if you're lying to yourself, that's your deal. But if you're logging your food correctly, this should be give you a lot of insight on what your diet is. Even if you're not even ready for keto yet, even if you think I'm crazy, I would recommend to do it just to see what you're putting in your body. And this app Carb Manager is great. And we're going to get right to that. And we're going to get into my week here in a second. And with that, let's get right into it. As you can see here to the side, this is a breakfast I had Monday. And what it was is one of the most important things I would consider in the keto diet, and that is bulletproof coffee. What bulletproof coffee is bulletproof coffee is your coffee, either regular or decaf. Something called MCT oil, which is made from coconuts. That stands for medium chain triglycerides, as well as butter. Some people use heavy whipping cream, but I prefer Irish butter in mine. I think it's absolutely delicious. And what it is the MCT oils that come from coconuts, they give you energy, they help you feel full. I would advise Googling the benefits of MCT oil, and you can find the specific stuff there. It has kind of an oily substance or kind of vibe or feel to it. And then butter, and what you do is you kind of take those, put those in your coffee cup, pour your coffee in, you mix it, and you get it all frothed up if you have a little hand mixer. And there you go. That's called a bulletproof coffee. There's a brand Bulletproof. You can go to Amazon and buy MCT oil or wherever they sell it. Butter is butter. You can make your own. And I consider this like a base staple of the keto diet. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but when I explain the benefits, you'll see why. A lot of doctors seem like they kind of poo-poo it, like, you don't really need it. But on the other side, I see a lot of people asking questions about coffee in different Facebook groups, and asking about snacking. And this is what I found with the Bulletproof coffee. It gives me a great shot of energy with the MCT oil and the butter. The fat from the butter keeps me full, and over time, over having it over a few days, or consistently, I have less of an urge to snack. I don't need all the fake keto bars and things like that. Having this is delicious. If you want to, you can pour a little Ceylon cinnamon into your coffee and have like a little cinnamon latte there, which I've done on occasion, probably not in the summer though. But in the winter I've done. And I love it. And I like having that if I'm going to have something in the morning. Like I said, it helps me feel full, and it lets me go with a lot of energy. I really enjoy it, and that's something that I would recommend to everybody to try. Like if you see me on the street or anywhere and we'd start talking about coffee, the first thing I'll say is, have you ever tried butter in your coffee? I drink decaf. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I will drink that. And I find that I really don't need much more in terms of snack, that keeps me pretty full longer. So if I'm looking to, as you can see, it's a couple hundred calories. That's more than enough for me, and that gives me even energy. I would rather have this than a piece of fruit any day, which is going to spike my insulin, spike my blood sugar, and spike my energy. It's going to make me feel, it's going to give me energy, and then I'm going to plummet. I would rather that any day of the week. Second here, we're going to go to the lunch that I had Monday, and this is a second pretty basic staple of my diet, which will be 4 eggs and some breakfast sausage or some bacon. As you can see, the details here, the nutrients. There's a little bit of carbs in eggs, but scrambled eggs are by far and away the best thing that you're going to eat on this diet. So if you don't eat them, it probably helps. I mean, you can have, when we get into this diet, one of the reasons why I want to do this step by step and kind of walk everybody through it is everybody gets caught up in the rules, and everybody gets caught up in what you can do and what you can't do. Here's the rule. Don't have a lot of carbs. This allows you to see that and kind of see that the carbs you're having and what type of carbs you're having. Now, all carbs are getting treated by the body the same, but inside the egg or with the egg, you get so much protein, so many other nutrients, so many other things that are positive for the body that, you eat as many as you can, I would say. Doctors kind of poo-poo it because of cholesterol, what have you, which we'll probably get into sometime later. You can go watch some keto doctors, discussions on cholesterol, but that's the last thing on my mind. When I balance these two things out, I know what it's like having metabolic disease and being sick and infections and all the other health considerations that involved with versus this other side with cholesterol. At worst case scenario, if I balance these two out and I'm eating less and I'm eating healthier and I'm more active, all these factors I feel that keto gives me outweigh any of the possible risk of something that we've eaten for millions of years. But sausage and eggs, bacon and eggs, you can't go wrong with either of those. And to finish up for the day one that I wanted to give everybody, I went over see my father. I needed pants that needed taken in because I've lost so much weight. And his friend is kind enough to do that for me. She's a seamstress and she's fantastic. Connie, if you're watching, thank you very much. I'll see you later to pick those pants up. But we went over and he was having his son over. He was all excited. So we had a big dinner. We had a steak dinner. It was absolutely fantastic. They went and got me a ribeye, and they all had ribeyes. And as you can see here, salad with black olives, I absolutely love. Oil and vinegar dressing. I would not have eaten that stuff before, but all I need really is a little lettuce and a couple black olives. In terms of a fruit that's good for you, black olives, it's hard to beat. Something we've eaten for thousands of years. I finished that off with some raspberries and blackberries for my dessert. That's what I had. And I think I might have snuck in a blueberry. I don't think I had any strawberries. I think with the berries and the fruit that they had there for everybody else. I'm trying to get my dad to be a little more conscious of those type of things as he takes them in and kind of eat some less pasta and things like that. Had a small glass of wine with this. Like I said, all in all, I went out on dinner, and that's what I usually do for my dinners. Usually my dinners will be high calorie. There will be a lot. That's most of my eating. As I became fat adapted, this became more natural. The MCT oil, the eggs, the sausage, all that leading up to dinner will definitely help you get fat adapted. And that's really what you're looking for as you're on this keto diet and the keto journey. And to be able to do it naturally with these more natural type of things, as you'll notice, nothing store-bought here. It was maybe the MCT oil, you could say, but not really. Coffee, butter, eggs, sausage, steak, berries. That's the meal. That's what we ate. And that was my day. And as you can see, I also did some walking. I'll add that here too. I'm trying to do at least 7,000 steps during the holiday days. That didn't happen. I got over 10,000 a good number of the days. But we'll get more into it as I start with this week and I have this Sunday and going forward. I think my next video is going to be about eating out, and I have a day that I ate out and I ate a little bit differently to kind of give everybody an overview of how that worked. But I wanted to really kind of go over the steps or what I ate, and the cover it is butter in my coffee gave me energy and made me feel full. You saw what I had for lunch. That's essentially, if you want a breakfast and you're going to have a breakfast, that's a normal breakfast without bread. I mean, that's really all that it is, right? I ate that later in the day because I felt full and I really didn't need the extra food at the time. And then you're looking at the dinner, and that was more than enough food. Man, that steak was gigantic. The salad was delicious. Everything together. The berries for me, like I said, I just had a handful. I probably overestimated. And when I do these, you'll notice that I will, if anything, I'm going to overestimate. I'm going to err on that side when I go to do my numbers. But I wanted to show everybody this as kind of a trial run to get a good look at what a keto diet would look like, at least for one day. And we'll keep doing this, and I'll keep doing it with you. And I'll have my numbers next to it, and we can kind of follow along together and really go along this journey. So I hope everybody enjoys. If you have any questions, let me know. Please don't be afraid to like and subscribe. Hit the bell if you would like to be notified when these come out. And I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.